Hey gang, happy Friday. Coming to you today from backyard again, sitting next to the pool. A little cool out today, crisp, but get my morning sunshine in. I'm going to use this time today to talk about transcranial magnetic stimulation. You guys may have heard me in a couple of early on episodes mention TMS. It's not necessarily a new therapy, but it has come back up as a popular therapy lately for depression and a whole host of other disorders, including PTSD. They're in clinical trials right now testing it for OCD, alcoholism, migraine headaches, Parkinson's disease. But I was referred there by the VA to a TMS clinic in St. Augustine, and I had remarkable results. Even going into it, I had high hopes from what I had read on a couple of different studies. But if this, listen up, gang. If you have depression, have suffered from depression, chronic depression, know someone with PTSD, maybe you have PTSD, this is something you want to talk to your doctor about. I've taken a host of different medications over my adult life, hit and miss results, efficacy wearing off, increasing med dose, that kind of thing. TMS has been a godsend for me. I'm very glad, grateful, thankful that I was able to get through the TMS program. So transcranial magnetic stimulation, what is it? I like to think of it as a miniaturized MRI machine. Magnets, right? Same as an MRI, MRA, only this is much smaller, and it's compacted into a small device that sits on your scalp, and you basically wear, I should have brought my little cap, I saved it as a matter of fact. They have a cloth cotton cap they put on your head, and they map your brain in the very first session to determine where the magnetic impulses should be applied to the brain. And there's a very specific region in the top left side, something parietal lobe, something, I can't remember, I'll have to look it up. But yeah, basically it's a 19-minute session. They have the magnets, they energize, and it makes the same MRI noise, that knock, knock, knock noise, only this is nowhere near as loud as an MRI machine. It's much smaller. And when it energizes and makes the noise, you feel it against your scalp just a little bit. It's nothing uncomfortable. It's just like, basically, it's there. It's like a pressure against your scalp. And then it does that for about maybe, let's say, 4 seconds, maybe. And then it turns off for about 8 seconds. And then it turns back on for 4, off for 8, on for 4. You do that for 19 minutes. And you do that every day for 6 weeks. And then your last 2 weeks, you do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And at the end of it, they do a PHQ, questionnaire with you every Monday. How have you been sleeping? What about thoughts, and your overall mood and all that kind of stuff like you would normally expect. And I came out that first week being like, how is this even going to work? This doesn't make sense. We've been kind of trained to put our faith and trust in pharmaceuticals, which have a love-hate relationship with pharmaceutical companies. But this was just incredible. Kind of like, I noticed I wasn't getting upset about, the normal things that a Parkinson's patient would get upset with, like knocking over a cup of water or dropping something all the time or being clumsy and walking into a doorway. I used to get infuriated with myself on that kind of stuff. But that was like going away. I was sleeping great at night. And I even noticed during the sessions, I would go in every day. My appointment was the same time every day. And I would be in an off cycle. Those of you with Parkinson's know what I'm talking about. I would take my meds, and it would take me about 30 minutes to get into an on cycle. So while I'm sitting there in that chair, I'm definitely in an off cycle the whole 19 minutes. And I would sit down, they have you sitting like basically a barber chair, they lean you back, you watch Netflix for 19 minutes. Or, whatever, on TV. They want you awake. That's the only like stipulation. So they can measure delta waves and all that good stuff. And my left hand would always have that resting tremor, and you could see it on the armrest. But then about, let's say 2 or 3 minutes into the energizing of the magnets, my tremor would go away. Not only that, but after the 19 minutes, walking back to my car, it was like my gait was fixed. So incredible stuff, and I'm really anxious to see and hopeful that the clinical trials for Parkinson's specifically will render some good results for us. So yeah, keep that on your radar screen. I'll put the thumbnail to this video. I'll give you a before and after picture of a brain scan of a brain that's had TMS therapy. It's phenomenal. And thanks for joining in today. Go Jaguars, Jacksonville/London Jaguars. I kid. In a big game tomorrow night to go to the playoffs if they win. And by all means, like always, folks, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that subscribe button, and then right next to it, hit that bell notification so that way you'll get alerted to new videos as I post new content. And like this video if you liked it. And that's all, folks. I'll see you next time. Thank you.